We are from section 420, and today we will talk about the deviant teaching of Al-Arqam. So firstly, let me first introduce myself. My name is Muhammad AKRAM bin Che Azhar, and my metric number is 212179.
My name is Muhammad Faris bin Mazlan, which is my metric number is 212488.
My name is Muhammad Ferhad Eyuri bin Muhammad SUKRI and my metric number is 212517.
Alright, so firstly, I will introduce our topic first. If you want to be told about heresy in Malaysia, there are many of them, but there's one teaching that is said to be heretical from Malaysia that is very influential. This understanding has been established in Malaysia for almost about 50 years. But in fact, according to the Utusan newspaper, their followers are not Malaysians only, but they have also expanded to other countries. So, what is Al-Arqam? Al-Arqam is a religious movement in Malaysia founded by Ustaz Ash'ari Muhammad with some of his friends in 1968 in Kampung Datuk Keramat, Kuala Lumpur. That is the first location for Al-Arqam. The history of Dar Al-Arqam begins with their adherence to the Aurat Muhammadiyah, which was founded by Sheikh Muhammad As-Suhaimi bin Abdullah, who was born in Wonosobo, Central Java. The name of Al-Arqam already is taken from the name of the Prophet's companion, Al-Arqam bin Abi Al-Arqam. And after his death, this teaching was spread by his other followers and only became popular when it was brought by the founder of Al-Arqam, Ustaz Ash'ari Muhammad. Ash'ari Muhammad, or better known as Abuya, was born on 30 October 1938 in Kampung Pilin Rembau, Negeri Sembilan. After his father died, he was taken care of by his uncle Lebai Ibrahim, and it is how he started to begin to know and practice the trends that once rocked Malaysia. Ash'ari was initially an active member of PAS and for about 10 years, starting from 1958 until 1968, which at that time was under the leadership of Dr. Burhanuddin Al-Helmi, because he felt that the PAS movement at that time was weak and did not emphasize the aspect of knowledge. He eventually established his own movement called Jamaah Muhammadiyah, which was later renamed as Al-Arqam. And starting with 10 to 12 members of Al-Arqam in 1968, the movement then grew to 40 members in 1976. Their membership then increased dramatically in the following years until in 1987, their followers were said to number in the tens of thousands. People are not only from Malaysia, but from all over the world. So that's how this characteristic lead this teaching to the deviant teaching. When we see to this slide, the first point is the prophethood. They claim that the founder of Tariqah Muhammadiyah is not dead, but they said that Muhammad As-Suhaimi, he is temporarily unseen, and will appear as the Mahdi at the end of the time. And actually, this is similar to the ideology held by the Shia, even though they were among the strong opponents of the Shia at the time. And they also claim that their teachers have miracle powers, and they also claim that their teacher is the same level as Khulafa al-Rashidin. I think that's all from the introduction. So let me pass to the next presenter.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let me explain about the second characteristic of teaching in Al-Arqam. The second characteristic is unseen matters, which is they believe that Ashari Muhammad was given power of God, kun fayakun, and that thing is very opposite to our Sharia, which is power of God only for Allah. The second thing of unseen matters, they believe that Syekh Muhammad As-Suhaimi can assist when called upon, which is it very ridiculous thing for a human being to do that thing in a blink of an eye. So next, Darul Arqam School of Thought is progressive compared to Jam'at Tabligh School, which is conservative. Because of what? Because when they held a Fardu Ain and Fardu Kifaya, they will held a face-to-face classes, and that class must go in hand and become important practice for them. Darul Arqam pays special attention to the question of life as a whole. Darul Arqam also focuses specifically on the three important joints of Islamic teaching, namely Tawheed, Fiqh, and Sufism, which is these three joints of Islam, same as what our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught in his era, which is based on Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. In addition, the interesting fact about Al-Arqam, they have a vast business empire named Rufaka Corporation as the NBHD, Hawarian Group of Companies, and Zumala Group as the NBHD. The thing that I can say about Al-Arqam, they have a very good economy because they have they have many companies. The followers of Al-Arqam also practice the concept of polygamy because they thought that polygamy as a sunnah Rasulullah, and their reason for practicing polygamy, the first reason is they want to defend the faith of women, and the second thing is controlling their lust. But in my opinion, the first reason I can accept, but the second reason to control the lust, I think it is not a good reason. I think Al-Arqam is heretical because this organization at first it's same as Sharia. It follows all of our Prophet Muhammad taught us, but eventually it opposite. Their understanding become deviant until lead to shirk. For example, like what my friends told us before, just they just believe that Ash'ari Muhammad as a power of God. So at preliminary stage, Darul Arqam has succeeded attracting netizens' belief, including professional and corporates. They also built a school that has a comprehensive Islamic system of life because they want to educate the students and children, also youngsters, to how the Muslims live. They also managed to involve several scholars who graduated from University Al-Azhar, and by that thing, they gain a lot of trust from the netizen because in this organization have a lot of educational people from University of Al-Azhar. The opening of a school in Sungai Penchala, which is the headquarters of Darul Arqam, has been managed by this group of scholars such as Ustaz Muhammad Rosdi Yusuf until the establishment of the Al-Arqam Foundation. So there are some of achievement in Al-Arqam: the formation of an organization with a sound administration, and the second achievement, a complete administration so that they are a position like Sheikh Al-Arqam and Vice Al-Arqam. The third achievement that Al-Arqam did, Darul Arqam has branches all around the state. They also, after they gain the trust from the netizens, they develop their organization to all around the state so that they will continue their dawah. They also succeeded to build a Darul Arqam brand market, which is they also sell some product of their own product, which is clothes and food. And the last achievement of Al Arqam, with the application of cutting edge technology, entertainment acts are embraced even abroad, which is their entertainment just not attract Malaysian people, but they also succeeded in attracting other people from other country. So I pass to the next presenter, which is Muhammad Ferhad, to continue the presentation about Fallen of Al Arqam.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Faris. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will continue to Falling of Al-Arqam. Well, the first thing first is organization. There were internal problems in the leadership of Al-Arqam. It is started when the leader fired the 6 people of leader members in the Al-Arqam, and one of them has rebelled and revealed the fact of the Al-Arqam until the Jakim knows about the Al-Arqam. So the second thing is irregularities. National Fatwa Council has announced a complete ban on all activities that Al-Arqam do. They have a book that consists irregularities akidah that can manipulate the reader's mind. And lastly, Jakim has taken action to arrest Ustaz Ashari and his followers. So I think this is the end of Al-Arqam. For the conclusion, undoubtedly there are many contributions to Al-Arqam for economic and education. As my friend said before, the Al-Arqam has built a school for students that can teach them about Islam, but in the other things they teach about their beliefs and about the economy. There has many of business and branches all around the Malaysia. Jakim has spotted irregularities in faith in Al-Arqam and banned the book Aurat Muhammadiyah, Pegangan Darul Al-Arqam, uh, because this book has many of irregularities uh, for the readers. And the fatwa of the National Council ruled that the teaching and beliefs of the Al-Arqam group were contrary to Islamic beliefs and Sharia, thus resulting in shirk. Now the Al-Arqam group no longer exists because it was banned by the government in 1994. But what did exist was the Rufaqa group, which later changed the name Global Ikhwan Sendirian Berhad. Nowadays, Global Ikhwan had made a bakery and their own restaurant. So never trust about their kindness in teaching. So for the reference, we are already refer to the Abdul Rahman Haji Abdullah site, website, Ahmad Fauzi Abdul Hamid, and Sharifah Zaleha Syed Hassan. So I think that's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.